friends, this is Heda and today I will show you my bullet journal setup for June. If you watched my last video on how I set up my traveler's notebook, you will know that I just spent some time in Utah. So that's where the clips in the intro are from. Before I start setting up my June spreads in my regular bullet journal, I want to show you the spreads I made while I was away. I made 3 spreads while I was traveling using some stickers and some printables and some bus tickets, whatever I could get my hands on. And I really liked this way of journaling. I still have to finish this part, but let's not look at that. I also brought my Midori sketchbook with me because it's May, so that means mermaid. And you guys, I tried my best, but it seems like I won't be finishing it this year either. But I got about 1/3 of the way there, and some of the mermaids look decent, so I tried. One of the things I liked the most about bringing this with me was that there was no pressure because this is not my usual bullet journal. I don't have to look at it every day, so that was really cool. Anyway, moving on to my June spreads, you can see my camera in the holo of my cover. It's so beautiful. Let's start by flipping through my May spreads. There is actually only one weekly spread for this month, and we'll get to that. But here is my cover page that you saw last month, my packing list and my playlist, which I have yet to fill out, and then lastly my only weekly spread. And I really didn't need any more space than this because I was away for half of the time, it feels like. So I just wrote down whatever I needed to write down, and as you can see, there are a few days left of May that I just filled in like this. I did make a couple of extra spreads throughout the month, like this mermaid spread with all of the prompts and also 2 mermaids that I will count towards the final count. And then I have this spread for my pen pals because I recently started sending letters to some pen pals around the world, and so far it's really fun. You can see a better picture of this spread on my Instagram, so go check that out. Anyway, for June, of course, we're gonna paint the cover page. And I suffer from fear of dark colors, apparently, so the spread did not turn out as dark and sea-like as I wanted to. I also used the wrong colors of blue, but whatever, I can live with that. Make mistakes all the time, but who cares? So my theme for June is, as you can see, an ocean theme, and for my ocean wildlife I chose the whale shark because the whale shark is the coolest shark there is. So of course I had to paint some whale sharks. And oh boy, I just completely winged all of this and did not know what I was doing. So it took forever, but it was really fun. Because I had so much footage, I couldn't really make a normal speed paint because it would have made the video like 30 minutes long. So instead I just cut out some parts, and it's not really a tutorial, so I think that's okay. Except for that one greenish coral in the back, all of the coral and the background was made using only one blue watercolor. And this is what I really like about watercolors, that you can mix the color with water and get all kinds of shades of that color, and you don't really need a palette with like 50 colors to make a nice painting. My painting is obviously not a masterpiece, and I still have so much to learn about watercolors, but I think it got the job done. I used 2 different colors, and there are different shapes and colors in this painting, even though I only used 2 colors. So I mean, that's cool. After the paint is dry, I will write a title on it and glue it into my journal, but for now let's move on to the calendar. Last month I used watercolors on my monthly calendar and I didn't really like the results, so this time I thought I would use markers instead. So I decided to draw a ton of corals again and then color them in with markers. I've never seen corals in real life, so I'm not exactly sure what they are supposed to look like. I've only seen some pictures, and I really wish I could see corals for myself, but unfortunately a lot of them are dying these days, so who knows if I ever will be able to. I'm using a deleter fine liner in the size 01 for all of the corals, and then for my calendar grid I'm using the same pen but in a size 05. And I love how June has like the perfect grid because it ends on a Sunday, which is not very often that this happens, and I'm really pleased with the look of the month. Time for some colors. I've listed all of the colors I used for the spread in the description box below, so if you're interested, go check that out. I was debating whether I should make this really colorful with lots of colors or if I should stick to kind of one tone of colors like I did for the cover page, and I decided to make it all kind of blue because I realized last month when I mixed a ton of colors I didn't really like that look so much, so this month is all blue. I think this might be my favorite spread this month because I really like all the shades of blue, and I think the corals look really nice. Actually, I'm quite happy with my own drawings for once. However, what I didn't realize was that the dark Tombow colors totally bled through to the other side of the page. So I decided to just move on to the following page and make that spread, and then move the spread I had intended to be right after the calendar, make that later in the monthly spreads. And this one is a big surprise for myself as well because this is a mood tracker, and I usually don't make these, but I thought because June is kind of a weird month for me. I don't have school, but I kind of do because of my thesis. I work a lot, and my social schedule, I guess, is very different from normal, and I thought it might be useful to track my mood a little bit. So there's one fish for each day, and I will color them in according to the mood I'm feeling that day, and I will do kind of a gradient if I have two very contradicting moods in one day, which happens all the time. This next spread is part of my summer project. If you are a student or you have been a student, you know that sometimes during the year, during the exam periods, you kind of forget to take care of yourself. So this is basically the spread that will help me become a better person. So I have 5 trackers on the spread, and they're all for lifestyle choices. I did gain a lot of weight this year after starting my master's studies, so I'm hoping that this summer I can start working on that. But I wanted this to be a more holistic kind of spread, so I did not want to focus on just like food or just workouts because I know that's not the only thing I need. So if I want to make the spread look full and beautiful at the end of June, I will have to watch less shows, like less TV, eat less sugar, sleep more, and be more social, as well as work out. So that's pretty much it. Because of the horror that is the bleeding of the markers, I decided to glue tape the pages together. This is kind of annoying because the pages become really thick, but I figured it would look nicer, and it's not like I would use the middle pages for anything anyway, so this is what I did. I just use a regular double-sided tape from Scotch, and it works pretty well. And I use the same tape to glue in my cover page, and this is the final touch to the monthly spreads for June. I am kind of proud that this is the 5th month in a row that I make a double-sided cover page all in watercolors, and I hope that I can continue this tradition throughout the whole year. With this, my June spreads are complete. I know that this video is a bit late, but I had some issues with the files. I actually filmed this almost 2 weeks ago, so this is very delayed, but hopefully this won't happen next month. I am planning a really cool giveaway over on my Instagram, so if you're interested in winning lots of cool free stuff, then I recommend heading over there and following me. And as always, remember to click the subscribe button and like this video. It really means a lot to me, and I really enjoy making these videos, so I would like to keep doing that. That's all for now, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you next time.